So the universe is pretty crazy, right? Well, no, apparently not, according to my theory. I mean, in my theory, it's still pretty crazy, to be honest. Maybe my theory about universal size is even crazier, actually. Here, let's get into it. So we all know some decent size comparisons in the universe, right? If not, fret not, your savior is here. Also, I'm surprised you clicked on this video. Okay. Let's go over a few pointers. If you haven't already heard the sun to earth ratio, here's my favorite one. Most people assume the size ratio of these two celestial bodies to be like this, but it's actually more like this. Yep, my favorite ratio. If the sun was an orange, the earth would be a grain of sand. Actually, the sun takes up 99.9% of the whole solar system. That's right, asteroid belt and all. Even Jupiter, which can fit 3 Earths inside its storm and 100 Earths across it, takes up less than 0.50% of the solar system because the sun is so massive.
Man, yo, bro, homie dude's son. You're quite the giga champ.
But we aren't even out of the solar system yet. Let's measure some orbits. Let's say this sun right here measured 865,370 miles in diameter. Okay, now that we know that, let's zoom out to Mercury's orbit. Here we go. Come on. Jeez, this is far away. Oh, I see it. That's what, 43 million miles? Jeez. Side note, I'm measuring these distances from when the planets are at their farthest point from the sun. Let's head on over to Earth. It's 94 million miles away, almost more than double Mercury's orbit. What about Jupiter? Ooh, wow. This is taking a while. What? 508 million miles? That's more than 10 times farther away than Mercury. But it should be no surprise to me. The outer planets, such as Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, are super far away. In fact, Neptune is 2.82 billion miles from the sun. It is the farthest, not dwarf planet from the sun, after all. That's more than 50 times farther than Mercury.
Yeah, and Uranus since he's got problems at only 1.8 billion miles. I'm at 3 billion.
Okay, anyways, moving out of the solar system, it gets kind of crazy. So let me explain here. Our solar system has one star, the sun. It's a yellow dwarf, but don't be frightened that it's only a dwarf. It's actually medium-sized compared to other stars. For once, something in the universe isn't just a speck compared to other things. Well, most of the time at least. The biggest known star makes our sun so small that it's invisible to the naked eye. Anyway, so our sun is a yellow dwarf, right? Well, soon, it'll become more than 10 times more mass and completely melt Mercury with its newfound heat. It'll be called a red giant. Eventually, after that, it'll collapse onto itself and become a super small dwarf. Then it'll die even more and become a black dwarf. But that whole story can loop because there are billions of stars in our galaxy and billions of galaxies in the observable universe. And right now, the universe, the real one, is expanding faster than the speed of light, and it has no signs of slowing. In fact, it's actually getting faster. So come on, there's gotta be aliens out there. So now that you know some basics about the universe, let's get into my theory about it. Oh, and before we begin, this theory is just something I dreamt up. If any part of this theory sounds dumb to you, maybe the whole thing, who knows? Well, if it sounds dumb to you, it could be enjoyable for somebody else. So just don't leave annoying comments like,
Actually, it's 0.3129, not 0.312.
because I'm just trying to simplify it for you. Okay, let's start. First one to comment, Pickles, gets a love from me on their comment. So if we shrink down really small, we see atoms, right? And even smaller, we see quarks, whatever those look like again. Quarks make up protons and whatever. Protons make up atoms and stuff. So yeah, and atoms make up everything. No dad joke intended. So, pretty small, right? Well, let's keep getting smaller. Biggest to smallest. Atom, proton, quark, prion, which is a thing made with the same stuff as a quark, if you're wondering what a prion is. But then it stops. We can't measure that small. But if we could, wouldn't it just go forever? Something makes up something, that makes up something, that makes up something, and so on. So, hear me out. If it's just gonna become smaller and smaller, what's stopping it from being a whole nother universe? Each universe could be the things making up prions. So, in my theory, our universe is smaller than an atom in somebody else's universe, and so their universe is also super small in somebody else's universe, and so on. So it would just mean that other people's, or things, universes, are just specks that aren't even visible with a microscope to us. But that's just my theory. Like if you enjoyed and you want to see more videos like this one. I'll make another if we can get 150 likes, which isn't that big of a goal. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and make sure to check out my other channel, Bambastic, Normal Bambastic, BAMBASTIC. I'll put a link to it right up on the screen. Comment your theories or anything else below. Bye!